lights on the street are just ghosts in the rain, counting the cracks in the glass for the pain. I hear the ceiling talk back to the floor, waiting for footsteps that don't come no more. It's just the velvet in the static now, a silent promise, a broken vow. We're just echoes in an empty room, fading away in the velvet gloom. Fading away. The coffee is cold and the clock is on strike. Clock is on strike. I'm losing the things that I used to like. Used to like. A tape on the reel that just keeps on spinning, forgetting the ending and finding the beginning. Finding beginning, beginning. It's just the velvet in the static now, a silent promise, a broken vow. We're just echoes in an empty room, fading away in the velvet gloom. Fading away. Can you hear it? The heart is skipping. The silence is dripping. We're letting go. It's just the velvet in the static now. We're just echoes in an empty, fading away in the velvet gloom. Forever, 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 forever. Soft breath, fragile voice. There's a sound in the silence tonight. It almost sounds like you. The room still smells like yesterday, like coffee cups and promises we never kept. Your sweater's folded on the chair, you know we're left. I trace your shadow on the wall, where light and darkness used to meet. The clock keeps ticking way too loud, like broken footsteps in the street. I tried to drown you in the noise, turned every station on, but every frequency I touch still sings where you've gone. Your name in the static, calling me back again. A whisper in the white noise, a ghost I can't pretend. I turn the volume higher, but silence cuts the same. Every time the signal breaks, I still hear your name in the static, your name. The city hums outside my window, cars like waves against the night, but nothing ever fills the space where you once held me tight. My phone lights up, I almost hope. No missed calls from the past, no second chance to try. I try to lose you in the dark, erase you from my mind, but love like ours won't disappear. It rewinds, rewinds. Your name in the static. Every broken signal lets the memories in. I shut the radio off, but the echo stays the same. Even in the quiet now, I still hear your name in the static, calling me again. Was it ever real, or just a fading sound? Did you already leave before I figured out? If I could tune the past, would you come back to me? Or am I just listening? Your name in the static. If love was just a signal, why can't I change the wave? I tried, I really tried. You said I held you way too tight, like love was something I had to fight. I gave you all the air I had, but somehow made you feel trapped. I memorized your favorite songs, stayed awake when nights were long. I thought that loving hard was right, but maybe I held on too tight. I almost loved you right, almost got it right, almost knew the perfect way to hold you through the night. I almost said the words you needed most to hear, but almost isn't enough to keep you here. I gave you pieces of my soul, trying to make you whole, but maybe love's not saving someone from themselves. I learned your fears, your fragile side, the tears you time I reach for you. You slipped right through. You said my love was beautiful, but sometimes overwhelming. I thought that giving all had would stop you from leaving. Did I love you too intense? Did I build us too immense? Was I chasing something real that you could never feel? I almost loved you right, almost made it light, almost found the balance between holding on and letting you fly. I almost kept your heart from tearing us apart, but almost fades away in the dark. Maybe love's not measured by how much you give. Maybe it's the quiet space where two hearts can live. You were trying to breathe and somewhere couldn't be, but almost isn't love. We were beautiful in the dark, golden light across your face. We were frozen in that place, laughing like the world was ours, counting every shooting star. Your hand fit perfectly in mine, like fate had drawn the line. But shadows stretch when days grow thin, and that's where we begin. We didn't see the night roll in, didn't feel the distance creeping, two hearts standing close enough, but slowly drifting. Now we're just silhouettes of us, fading into dust. A love that once burned bright, now barely holding light. We're just shadows on the wall, watching memories fall, trying to hold the shape of something we lost. Your voice is softer in my mind, like it's running out of time. Every picture feels like proof of something beautiful but bruised. We danced inside the afterglow, but didn't see the undertow. By the time we felt the wave, it was too late to save. Did we love too fast, too young? Did we leave too much if I close my eyes, I still see you there. Not the version that left, but the one who cared. Maybe love was always meant to teach us how to bend, and even when it disappears, it leaves an imprint. We were beautiful before we turned to shadow. I didn't know it was the last time you pulled me close without a word, like silence was all we'd heard. Your arms around me warm and tight, like everything would be alright. I rested softly on your chest, listened to your heartbeat. If I had known what was ahead, I would've never let you leave. Time doesn't warn you when it's done, it doesn't tell you since the one, the final kiss, the final breath before it's emptiness. The last time you held me, I didn't see it clearly. Didn't know that moment would be the one that breaks me. The last time you touched my face felt so safe. Now I replay it every night just to feel you close again. Your sweater still smells like rain, mixed with something close to pain. I close my eyes and there you are, like you never went too far. I close my eyes and there you are, like you never went too far. But morning always tells the truth, there's no more me and you. Just empty space beside my bed, and all the words unsaid. If I could freeze one memory, it would be that night with you and me. Before goodbye found its way, before we slipped away. The last time you held me, last time you knew me, before your eyes turned distant, before love turned different. The last time you said my name, it didn't sound the same. Now every whisper in the dark still calls your name. If I knew it was goodbye, I'll memorize your eyes, counted every breath you took, burn it into my mind. Love doesn't announce its end, it just slowly bends. And the hardest part of losing you, the last time you held me, is where my heart still lives frozen in that second. Before we turn this, the last time you loved me, before you let me be. I didn't know it would be the last for me. If I had known, I would have held on longer. I didn't know the last time was the last time. Heartbeat fades in. Heartbeat fades in. Your jacket's still hanging by my door, like you're coming back for it someday. The silence sleeps on your side of the bed, and I still turn when I hear your name. City lights but through my window, like tears I don't wipe away. You drove off into the midnight and took the best of me that day. I watched your taillights disappear, red stars in the pouring rain. I didn't know I was watching the moment love would change. Now I'm fading in your rear view. Your eyes just a shadow on the highway where I forever went to die. You said, baby, it's not forever, but forever felt so true. Now I'm just a broken in your rear view. Heavy reverb tail echoing rear view, rear view. Your voice still lives inside my head, like a song stuck on repeat. Every promise that you whispered still echoes through these empty sheets. trace your name on foggy glass, then watch it disappear. Guess that's how you're loving me now, gone but still too near. If I had known the night was final, I would have held you tighter. But love doesn't warn you when it's about to leave you shattered. Now I'm fading in your rear view, like smoke into the sky. You didn't even slow down when you said your last goodbye. We were dancing in the headlights. We were dancing in the headlights. Now I'm standing in the blue, just a ghost you left behind, fading in your rear view. Do you ever miss me when the night gets too quiet? Do you hear my silence when your radio's dying? I'm still here in the distance where you left me bruised, loving someone who already chose to lose. Now I'm fading in your rear view, but I can turn around, already miles away, and I'm breaking on this ground. If love was just a high when I was passing, just a girl you once held close. Now I'm fading in your rear view. I'm getting smaller, can you still see me? Final crackle, soft wind ambience. Some loves don't fade, they echo. Your shadow still lives in my hallway, like you never walked away. Every corner of this your islands, coffee cups on the table too. Every night this empty apartment feels less and less like home. I thought time would steal the feeling, but it only steals the light. Your voice still lingers in the dark, whispering through the night. We were a love that echoed through the walls of my soul. Now I'm screaming in the silence, trying to let you go. You left your heart stayed like a ghost I can't outrun. We were a love that echoed long after you were gone. I still wear your old sweater, like it's holding me tight, pretending your arms are around me. In the middle of the night, replay our last conversation, searching for what went wrong. But heartbreak doesn't answer, it just plays the same sad song. If loving you was a mistake, why did it feel so right? Why does your memory still glow in the ruins of goodbye? We were a love that echoed through the chambers of my chest. Now every beat's a reminder of the one I love the best. You walked into forever while I'm stuck in what we were. We were a love that echoed, now it only hurts. Hear me in the quiet when the world goes still, like thunder in the rain. Now the storm is past, but it's still inside my veins. You fade in the distance, but you're beautiful and doomed, loving someone who left too soon. We were a love that echoed, like thunder beats slowly. Some loves don't fade, they echo forever. Final crackle, faint ambient pad. We didn't fall apart loudly, we shattered softly. Heartbeat begins slow, steady. We started like a sunrise, golden, innocent, new. Two hearts wide open, with nothing left to lose. You traced forever on my skin like it was carved in stone, but forever turned to silence, turned to alone. We didn't see the cracks forming underneath the light. We were smiling in the daytime, crying every night. We broke in beautiful ways, like glass in the moonlight, shining as we shattered, trying to hold on tight. We loved like we were fearless, but fear was underneath. We loved like we were less, but fear was underneath. We broke in beautiful ways, and it broke all of me. Beautiful ways. Your laughter still lives in my walls, like a song that won't end. And every quiet moment feels like losing you again. I kept the little pieces of everything we were, but memories cut deeper the more they start to blur. Maybe we were too young, or maybe too afraid. Two souls wanting forever, but slowly drifting away. We broke in beautiful ways, like colors in the rain, falling from the sky, but never quite the same. You said love shouldn't hurt, but loving you still stays. We broke like fearless, but something we never felt. We broke in beautiful ways, and I'm still feeling the break. Beautiful ways. Instrumental stripped down, a muffled heartbeat pad. Was it love that failed us, or something we never felt? If I could go back to the night we first met, knowing soft bass rumble rises, strings slowly turn. We broke in beautiful ways, like stars burning out, darkness full of silent doubt. We held on to the pieces until they slipped away, but I'm the one who stays. Heartbeat slowing, vinyl crackle returns. Some love stories don't end again, they end beautifully broken. Vinyl crackle, faint room ambience. You said you were fine, but I heard you breaking. Soft heartbeat fades in. Your last message on my phone, still glowing in the dark. Words so calm and careful, but they tore me apart. You said, it's for the better. You said, we'll both be okay. But your goodbye was shaken, even if you didn't say. Subway slowly entered. I read it over, trying to understand how love can end in silence, with no one taking stand. There were tears between the lines, in every word you wrote. I could feel your heartbreak in the pauses that you chose. You tried to sound so certain, but I heard the truth behind. There were tears between the lines. Fear you let go repeats between the lines. I remember how your voice would crack when you were scared to lose, but this time you just whispered like there was nothing left to prove. I traced the letters with my fingers like I'm touching you again, but screens don't hold you closer, they just remind me how it ends. Sub-bass deep in baseline warm. Maybe we were both too broken to admit we were afraid, so we hid behind our pride and let forever fade. There were tears between the lines, in the spaces of goodbye, in the way you didn't try. You said Final crackle returns. Some goodbyes don't shout, and that's what hurts the most. Reverberates into silence. Little crackle, faint breathing, distant pad. I knew it was over. I knew it was over, but I didn't know how to leave. Heartbeat begins slow, heavy, but I held on tighter. You stopped looking at me like I was your forever. The room felt colder each night, but I called it just a phase. On the crumbs you gave, I felt the distance grown between your touch and mine, but I kept pretending we were just losing time. I stayed too long in a love already gone, holding on to memories while you were moving on. I kept fighting for forever while you were halfway out. I stayed too long, and that's what broke me down. You stopped saying he loved you like it was hard to speak, and every time I asked you, you said you're overthinking me. I blame myself for I blame myself for everything, for every tear I cried. But loving someone half-hearted is how you slowly die. I saw the warning signs, the silence of your eyes, but I was too afraid to say my own goodbye. I stayed too long in a house already burning, trying to save the ashes while my heart kept hurting. You were letting go so easy while I held on strong. I stayed too long, I stayed too long. Instrumental stripped down to heartbeat, soft pad. Maybe I loved you more than you ever loved me. Maybe I was scared of who I'd be if you left me. I lost myself trying to make you stay, and now I'm the one who has to walk away. I stayed too long past the point of repair, begging for a feeling that was no longer there. You checked out quietly while I kept holding on. I didn't leave when I should have. I stayed too long. Heartbeat slowing, vinyl crackle return. You leave yourself silence. Vinyl crackle, soft wind ambience. You said it gently. You said it gently. You said it gently, but it still crushed me. Heartbeat begins slow, heavy. You packed your words in silence, like you didn't want to hurt me. But every careful sentence felt like gravity. You wouldn't meet my eyes when you said we needed space. But space feels like a lifetime when love leaves without a trace. I try to hold my breath and try not to fall apart, than the first time you stole my heart. I feel the weight of your goodbye, like every word you whispered to let me down so softly, but it still pulled me under. I feel the weight of your goodbye, like thunder after thunder. Ethereal echo, goodbye, goodbye. Your perfume lingers in the air like you're still around, but the house is just an empty shell of love that we once found. I replay the moment, I replay the moment over and over in my mind, searching for a reason for the love we left behind. You said it's not your fault, but that don't make it light, because when someone's you, they take your sleep at night. I feel the weight of your goodbye, like a stone inside my veins. vinyl stripped a heartbeat soft pad. Did it hurt you when you said it? Did your voice begin to shake? Or was I the only one who felt something break? I would have carried all the pain if it meant you'd stay. But love doesn't work that way. Sub-bass rumble rises, strings slowly return. I feel the weight of your goodbye, heavier than before. Like every promise that we made is scattered on the floor. You freed yourself from loving me, but I'm still holding on. I feel the weight of your goodbye. Heartbeat slowing, vinyl crackle returns. You left was just a sentence, but it weighed more than forever. A verb fades into silence. Vinyl crackle, soft wind through an empty room. We're not together, but you're still here. Heartbeat begins slow, hollow. Your picture's still hanging, crooked on the wall. I haven't had the courage to take it down at all, but I still leave the light on, like maybe you'll come back. Even though you're gone, we stopped saying they love you before we said goodbye. Two strangers in the same room, too tired to even try. Now I'm living with the ghost of what we were, haunted by the words we never said. Every memory feels louder in the dark, echoing inside my head. You're not mine anymore, but you're not fully gone. I'm holding on to shadows of a love that moved on. I still wear your favorite sweater, even though it smells like pain. Every thread a reminder of dancing in the rain. I pass the place we used to go and feel my chest collapse. It's like the world keeps spinning, but my heart's stuck in the past. Maybe we faded slowly, or maybe we burned too fast, but loving you forever was never built to last. Now I'm living with the ghost of what we were, sleeping next to memories. I reach for you in midnight dreams, awake to empty sheets. You walked into a future that didn't need my love. Now left with the ghost. Falling what we were. If I could touch you one more time, or are we just reflections of something we can't restore? I'm tired of loving someone who's not here, but I don't know how to disappear. I'm still living with the ghost of what we were. It lingers in every room, in every quiet breath I take, in every fading tune. Maybe someday I'll let you go, but tonight I'm still holding the ghost of what we were. Some loves don't die, they just turning into ghost. It's so quiet now. The kettle's cold on the stove again since you stopped coming in. Your side of the bed is a flat sheet, a mark I can't scrub out. Your teacup is sitting there, collecting dust and morning light. I haven't moved it, haven't tried to clean the mess you left behind. Do you ever wake up reaching, or am I the only one still seeking? like a radio, losing the signal, white noise creeping through the house. We didn't break, we just wore house. We didn't break, we just wore thin, lost in the dark of the doubt. Now I'm shouting at the pain, but you aren't listening. Are you listening? I was yours, I was yours, I was yours, I'm still yours. Love me like you used to, before the quiet got loud, before the space between us turned the blue into black. Hold me like you meant it, when the world was small and real. I'm still right here waiting to be loved like I used to, like you used to. Final crackle, soft breath, distant hum. We said forever, like it couldn't break. Heartbeat begins slow, hollow. We built our dreams on promises, carved in whispered nights. You drew a future in my hands like photographs of wrinkles and of rings. But somewhere in the middle, we lost that everything. The space between us widened with every silent stare. We stopped reaching for each other, like love was no longer there. Slipping through the cracks of the life we swore we'd have, but never built to last. You said we beat the distance, but distance pulled us apart. Now we're falling out forever, and it's breaking my heart. Final cracker, your toothbrush still beside mine, but your touch feels far away. We sleep on opposite edges, with nothing left to say. I reach for your reflection in the mirror of our past, but every's always that we promised is fading. Maybe love needs fighting more than we understood. Maybe we just let it go when we should have stood. Now we're falling out forever, like stars losing light, burning bright for a moment, then disappearing into night. We held on to the word always, but always slipped away. Now we're falling out forever. Now we're falling out forever, more with every day. Do you remember how it felt when my name was your home? When loving me was easy and you weren't halfway gone. If forever had a warning, or we'd be fine. We're falling out of forever, but I'm still holding on to the girl who believed we were strong. You're letting go while I'm still trying to remember how it felt before we started falling out of forever. Forever didn't end in fire, it ended in silence. Vinyl crackle, soft air tone. You didn't have to say it, I felt it anyway. I felt it anyway. Heartbeat begins slow, hollow. We sat across the table with nothing left to say. Your eyes were somewhere else, already walking away. You answered me in half words, with walls behind your stare. And every quiet second said you didn't care. You used to fight for us, now you just let things be, and the space inside tried. Your silence was swallowing me. Your silence was louder than any goodbye. It echoed through my chest like a final cry. You didn't slam the door, you didn't even shout, but your silence was louder than loving me out. Ethereal echo, louder and louder. You stopped reaching for my hand like it burned your skin. And every time I said I love you, you just let it sink in. No anger, no explosion, just a slow retreat. Two strangers sharing space with broken heartbeats. I would have taken honesty even if it hurt, but you chose the quiet, and that was worse. Your silence was louder than words could ever be. It built a wall between us, brick by brick, silently. You didn't say you were leaving, but I felt you move. Your silence was louder than the truth. Little strip to heartbeats, soft path. Did you think it was kinder not to let me see? Well, you were already gone long before you left me. I begged for a reason, for something turns warm love ice cold. The silence was louder than any words you'd say. You never said it was louder. A verb fades into silence. Final crackle, faint echo of footsteps. You took your things, but you left everything. Heartbeat begins slow, hollow. Your coffee cup still on the flight, you're coming home tonight. The curtains barely move now, without you holding them tight. There's a dent inside the pillow where you used to lay your head. Now it's just a quiet echo of all the words we never said. I didn't know a heart could feel this heavy in my chest. You left without a fight, but silence hurts the best. It's the space you left behind that's tearing me apart. Not the door that closed, but the emptiness in my heart. You're good, but every corner still whispers your name. It's the space that will never be the same. I walk through every memory like stepping on thin glass, from shadows of the past. Your laughter lingers softly in the walls we painted blue. Now even breathing feels different without loving you. Maybe I should move on like you already did. But how do I erase a love that's written in my ribs? It's the space you left behind that keeps me up at night. The side of me that disappeared when you slipped out of sight. You freed yourself from loving me, but I'm still confined by the space you left behind. Did you know you leave this hollow? Did you feel it too? Or was I the only one still breaking over you? I try to fill the silence, but nothing fits the shape of the love we used slipped away. It's the space you left behind that's heavier than goodbye, like a room with no air, where I'm learning how to cry. You walked into a future that didn't need my love, but I'm still plays our favorite song, and I freeze where I stand. It's like your shadow's in the room, reaching for my hand. The lights are low, the night is long, and I'm spinning by myself, pretending you're still here with me, like we never felt the end. I close my eyes and I swear I feel your breath on my skin, but when I open them again, I'm alone in the dim. I'm dancing with your memory in the middle of the night, holding on to echoes that disappear from sight. I move like you're still with me, like we're lost in yesterday. I'm dancing with your memory while you're miles away. Your cologne still lingers on the jacket that I wear, and every little detail makes it feel like you're still there. I trace the air beside me where your body used to be. It's amazing how a ghost can still feel so real to me. Maybe I should let you go, but I don't know how, when every song, every silence still leads me back somehow. I'm dancing with your memory under broken city lights, spinning through the silence, trying not to cry. You've already moved on, but my heart can't seem to see, but my heart can't seem to see that I'm just dancing alone with what used to be. If I stop the music, will the feeling fade, or will you still be here? I don't need a partner to remember how it felt, but every step I'm taking is breaking me myself. Dancing with your memory, I love the ones a silhouette. Still dancing with your memory long after goodbye. Music fades, but you don't. I still feel you when the music starts. The radio plays our favorite song, and I freeze where I stand. It's like your shadow's in the room, reaching for my hand. The lights are low, the night is long, and I'm spinning by myself, pretending you're with me, like we never felt the end. I close my eyes and I swear I feel your breath on my skin, but when I open them again, I'm alone in the dim. I'm dancing with your memory in the middle of the night, holding on to echoes that disappear from sight. I move like you're still with me, like we're lost in yesterday. I'm dancing with your memory while you're miles away. Your cologne still lingers on the jacket that I wear, and every little detail makes it feel like you're still there. I trace the air beside me where your body used to be. It's amazing how a ghost can still feel so real to me. Maybe I should let you go, but I don't know how. When every song, every silence still leads me back somehow, I'm dancing broken city lights and spinning through, trying not to cry. music, will the feeling fade? Or will you still be here in the quiet that remains? I don't need a partner to remember how it felt, but every step I'm taking is breaking me myself.
Final crackle, faint echo of footsteps.
You took your things, but you left everything. Heartbeat begins slow, hollow. Your coffee cup still on the shelf, like you're coming home tonight. The curtains barely move now, without you holding them tight. There's a dent inside the pillow where you used to lay your head. Now it's just a quiet echo of all the words we never said. I didn't know a heart could feel this heavy in my chest. You left without a fight, but silence hurts the best. It's the space you left behind that's tearing me apart. Not the door that closed, but the emptiness in my heart. You're gone, but every corner still whispers your name. It's the space you left behind that will never be the same. Behind, I walk through every memory, like stepping on thin glass, trying not to break again. From shadows of the past, your laughter lingers softly in the walls we painted blue. Now even breathing feels different without loving you. Maybe I should move on like you already did, but how do I erase a love that's written in my ribs? It's the space you left behind that keeps me up at night, the side of me that disappeared when you slipped out of sight. You freed yourself from loving me, but I'm still confined by the space you left behind.
Instrumental stripped to heartbeat, soft pad. Did you know you'd leave this hollow? Did you feel it too? Or was I the only one still breaking over you? I try to fill the silence, but nothing fits the shape of the love we used to hold before it slipped away. So bass rumble rises, strings slowly.
It's the space you left behind that's heavier than goodbye, like a room with no air, where I'm learning how to cry. You walked into a future that didn't need my love, but I'm space you left behind. You didn't just leave, you left a void.
Reverb slowly fades into silence.